My husband's brother and his girlfriend moved into our guest room for just a few weeks 6 months ago, and now I'm pretty sure my dog is the only one who still remembers I live here. I, 28F, have been with my husband, Derek, 31M, for 6 years, married for 3. We have a decent 2-bedroom townhouse in a suburb of Columbus, Ohio. It's not huge, but it's ours. We have a backyard for our golden retriever, Maple, and a guest room that we use exactly twice a year for his mom or my dad to visit. It was fine. It was our space. Last April, Derek got a call from his younger brother, Colin, 29. Colin lived in Denver with his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Vanessa, 27. They were in another off-again phase, mostly because Colin had lost his job at a tech startup, and Vanessa was furious that he'd spent their rent money on a business opportunity that turned out to be a crypto rug pull. Derek got off the phone looking stressed. Colin needs a place to crash for a bit, just until he gets back on his feet. I felt a familiar knot tighten in my stomach. Define a bit. A few weeks. A month, tops. He gave me the look, the one that says he's my brother. What am I supposed to do? I wasn't thrilled. Our guest room is my de facto office as yoga/dash. I need 5 minutes of silence room. But I agreed. Family helps family. Colin showed up a week later with 2 suitcases and a totally temporary air fryer he bought on the drive over. A week after that, Vanessa showed up. Apparently, they'd made up during a tearful FaceTime call where Colin promised he had a job lead. She didn't have a job either. She brought 3 suitcases and a cat. Derek didn't ask if the cat could stay. He just said, "Vanessa's here. She's just helping Colin get situated. It'll be fine." I stared at him, waiting for the punchline. It didn't come. I love animals, but Maple is terrified of cats. We now had to keep them separated, which meant turning our laundry room into a cat jail. The smell of cat litter mixed with Gain detergent is not the sensory experience I was hoping for in my home. The first red flag waved on a Tuesday night. I came home from work. I'm a project manager for a marketing firm, so my days are chaos, and found my living room rearranged. My coffee table, a mid-century modern piece I'd saved for months to buy, was pushed against the wall. In its place was a giant, stained gaming chair. Colin was parked in the middle of the room, playing some first-person shooter on a monitor he'd set up on my TV stand. Vanessa was on my couch, wrapped in my favorite throw blanket, watching TikToks on full volume. "Oh, hey," Colin said, not looking away from the screen. "Hope you don't mind. The light in the guest room is bad for my gaming setup." I stood there, holding my work bag and Maple's leash. I mind, actually. This is the living room. It's for everyone." Vanessa looked up, gave me a small smile that didn't reach her eyes, and turned her volume up. When Derek got home, I pulled him into the kitchen. "Your brother moved the furniture. He's using the TV as his personal monitor. This isn't a few weeks thing anymore, Derek. This is a moving in." Derek rubbed his temples. He'd been working long hours at the auto shop. "Babe, he's just bored. He's job hunting. Let him have this. It's not a big deal." It is a big deal. I didn't agree to live with 2 unemployed people and a cat that hates my dog. "You're being dramatic. It's temporary." That became his mantra. It's temporary. It's temporary. But temporary started to feel permanent. Colin's job leads were always just about to pan out. Vanessa got a part-time job at a nail salon, but quit after 2 weeks because the fumes gave her a migraine. She spent her days on the couch, watching Netflix, eating my snacks, and leaving her used tea bags on the counter. Not in the trash. On the counter. My routine started to dissolve. I used to love cooking elaborate dinners on weekends. Now, the kitchen was perpetually occupied by Colin making his famous ramen. it's just ramen with an egg, or Vanessa reheating leftovers she'd never bought. My quiet mornings with coffee and maple were replaced by the sound of the cat yowling from the laundry room and Colin stumbling out at 11 a.m. to ask why I was being so loud. I started retreating to our bedroom. It became my bunker. I'd eat dinner in there, watch TV on my laptop, and hide. One night, I was pumping, yes, pumping. I'd given birth to our daughter, Lily, 4 months ago. My life had been a beautiful, exhausting blur of feedings, diapers, and trying to bond with my baby while navigating this house guest nightmare. I was sitting on the edge of bed, attached to the pump, when Derek walked in. "Can you keep it down?" he asked. Colin's trying to do a Zoom interview in the living room. I looked at him. I looked at the machine attached to my chest. "I'm feeding your daughter in our bedroom," which is apparently not enough privacy, because now I have to be silent, too. I'm just saying this is an opportunity for him. We need to be supportive. Supportive? Derek, I haven't had a normal conversation with you in weeks. I can't walk around my own house without a bra on, because your brother is in my living room. I had to pump in my car the other day because Vanessa was in the bathroom for an hour doing a face mask. My bathroom, the one attached to my room. He sighed, that heavy sigh that made me feel like I was the unreasonable one. You're always so negative. They're family. They need us. The breaking point came 2 weeks ago. Lily had been fussy, probably a small cold. She'd finally fallen asleep in my arms at 2 a.m. I was exhausted, running on caffeine and willpower. I crept into the living room, my living room, to grab a burp cloth I'd left there. Colin was asleep on the pull-out couch. Vanessa was there too. They'd pushed the coffee table aside to make the bed. My coffee table, with a new scratch on the leg. On the floor, next to the couch, was my laptop. It was open and the screen was cracked. A water bottle was lying next to it, cap off. I saw red. I gently placed Lily back in her bassinet, then walked back into the living room. I didn't care about being quiet anymore. "Wake up," I said, my voice shaking. "Wake up right now." Colin stirred. "Wah." "Did you use my laptop?" He rubbed his eyes. "Oh, yeah. Mine's acting up. I was just checking email." "You broke it. The screen is cracked." Vanessa sat up, pulling my blanket, to her chin. "Oh, that was an accident. Colin knocked the water over. He said he'd fix it. You didn't think to tell me? You didn't think to apologize?" Colin shrugged. "Dude, chill. It's just a laptop." I felt something inside me snap. Not a loud, dramatic crack, but a quiet, final one. No, it's not just a laptop. It's my work laptop. It has all my project files on it. It's how I support my family. And you broke it. And you didn't even have the decency to wake me up and tell me. I walked away before I said something I couldn't take back. I went to the bedroom and waited for Derek to come to bed. He finally shuffled in around 3 a.m. "We need to talk," I whispered. "It's late." "I don't care. Your brother broke my laptop. He's been using my things, taking over my space, and you've done nothing." "Nothing, Derek. They've been here for 6 months. 6. It's not temporary. It's our life now." He laid down, turning his back to me. He said it was an accident. He'll pay for it when he gets a job. He's not getting a job. He's playing video games all day. And Vanessa is eating us out of house and home. I can't do this anymore. I need you to choose. Me and Lily or them. He was quiet for a long time. Then, "You're giving me an ultimatum? That's not fair. That's not how marriage works." That's exactly how it works when one partner is being completely disrespected in their own home. The next morning, I woke up to find Derek had already left for work. Colin and Vanessa were in the living room watching TV. The cat was out of the laundry room, hissing at Maple, who was cowering in the corner. Lily was crying in her bassinet. I picked her up, grabbed my keys, my diaper bag, and a half-empty can of formula. I didn't say a word. I just walked out. I drove to my dad's house. He lives an hour away in a small town. He's a quiet man, a retired electrician. He didn't ask many questions. He just took Lily from my arms, told me to go take a nap, and said he'd make meatloaf for dinner. I slept for 12 hours. Derek called and texted. The messages went from "where are you" to "this isn't funny" to "you're overreacting" to "please come home." I didn't respond. After 3 days, I sent him one text. "I'm at my dad's. I'm safe. Lily is safe. When you're ready to have a real conversation about our marriage and our home, let me know. But Colin and Vanessa cannot be there." His response was immediate. "You're really doing this? You're really leaving me over this?" I didn't reply. A week passed. My dad was amazing. He helped with Lily, cooked for me, and gave me space to think. I started to feel like myself again. I realized how much tension I'd been carrying, how small I'd made myself in my own home. Then, on a Thursday afternoon, I got a call from Derek. "They're gone," he said. His voice was flat, tired. "What?" I told him they had to leave. Colin lost it, said I was choosing my wife over my own brother. Vanessa threw a mug, one of yours, the blue one, and it shattered all over the kitchen floor. They packed up and left this morning. The cat, too. They're going to stay with a friend in Cincinnati. I didn't know what to say. "I'm sorry," he continued. "I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you. I should have seen what it was doing to you, to us. He's my brother. I felt responsible for him. But I forgot who I was actually responsible for. You and Lily. You're my family. My real family." I sat down on my dad's worn-out couch. Lily was asleep in the nursery, a tiny room my dad had painted a soft yellow just for her. "I don't know if I can just come back," I said quietly. "It's been so long. I felt so alone, Derek. In my own house, with my own husband, I felt completely and utterly alone. I know, and I hate myself for it. I hate that I made you feel that way. Please, give me a chance to make it right. Come home. Let me show you that I can be better. Let me prove that I see you, that I hear you." I thought about the coffee table, the laptop, the cat in the laundry room, the months of feeling invisible. But I also thought about the 6 years before that, the man who held my hand during labor, the man who cried when Lily was born, the man I fell in love with. "I'll come home," I said slowly, "but not right now. I need a few more days. And when I do come home, we're going to have some hard conversations. We're going to need to set some boundaries. For us. For our family." "Okay," he said. "Okay. Whatever you need. I'll be here. I'll be the husband you deserve." 3 days later, I drove back. The house felt different. Quieter. Cleaner. The gaming chair was gone. The coffee table was back in its place. Scratch and all. Derek had even bought new throw blankets. He met me at the door, took Lily's car seat, and then just held me for a long time. "I'm so sorry," he whispered into my hair. "I know," I said, and I did. I knew. It's been a month. Things aren't perfect. We're in counseling. We're learning how to communicate again. Derek has apologized more times than I can count. He's more present. He takes Lily for night feedings so I can sleep. He asks about my day and actually listens. Colin texts him sometimes. Derek doesn't hide the messages. He shows me. They're short. Colin is in Cincinnati. He's still not working. Vanessa left him again. Derek keeps his responses brief. "I hope things work out for you," he'll say. But he doesn't offer our home. He doesn't offer our space. The other day, I was in the kitchen making coffee. Maple was asleep at my feet. The laundry room door was open, smelling only of detergent. Lily was cooing in her bouncer. Derek came up behind me, wrapped his arms around my waist, and kissed my neck. "Thank you," he said, "for coming back, for giving me a chance." I leaned into him. "Thank you for finally choosing us." And for the first time in a very long time, my home felt like mine again.